Welcome back. As part of this video, we'll understand the data duplication check as part of data completeness check. For this, we'll get started. So I have a database testing. So I'll use that database testing. So to experience the data duplication check, I need some tables to be created. Let me create a table called insurance claims. So in which I have 9 columns: claim ID, policy ID, customer ID, customer phone, claim amount, claim type, claim status, incident date, settlement date. So let me create this table. Let me insert some data into this table. I'm inserting the data for the table insurance claims. Number of rows inserted, it is showing 14. So let me check how is the data in my table. Let me select star from insurance claims. So this is how my data is there in the table. Now let me check if any of these columns are duplicates. First, check with the customer ID column and see if any duplicates occur in this particular column. So for this, I just run this query. I'm just telling, please select customer ID and count star as a duplicate count from the table insurance claim by grouping all the customer ID and having count greater than 1, so that I get any duplicates if they occur. So having count star greater than 1 filters only those customer ID values that appears more than once, indicating duplicates. So let us run this. So the output, it is showing the customer ID 203 and 208 appears twice in the table. That means it is telling there is a duplicate entry in the customer ID. But can we decide on one particular column and tell that this is a duplicate? No, right? For this particular column customer ID, there is a duplicate. But we have to see whether the combination of all columns are duplicate. So for that, let us check the combination of some 2 columns first and then check on combination of all the columns whether they are duplicate, so that they can be removed from the table. Because customer duplicate means one customer can have multiple claims and multiple policies. So that's why we can't decide. Only the customer duplicates can be the whole duplicate data in the table. So let us go checking on combination of 2 columns for the duplicate. So here I'm checking combination of customer ID and policy ID, whether there is a duplicate in this combination of customer ID and policy ID in the table insurance claim. So for that, I'm grouping by 2 columns and then having count star greater than 1. That means it filters only those combination of customer ID and policy ID values that appear more than once, indicating duplicates. So let us run this and see customer ID, there is a duplicate, and policy ID also there is a duplicate. So with this, we can check other combination of columns are duplicate as well. Then we can decide whether this customer ID and combination of this customer ID and policy ID is duplicate across all the columns. In case if all the customer ID, policy ID, customer phone, claim amount, claim type, claim status and other columns also shows duplicate, then this is confirmed that there is a duplicate entry in the table. So for that, what we'll do is we'll go with the next query, like combination of all columns. So this is a combination of all the columns which I'm taking in a select query, grouping by all the columns and then telling count star greater than 1, so that it filters only the duplicate entries across all the columns. Let us run this and see. So here it gives customer ID with 208 is a duplicate entry across all the columns. If you observe, 208 customer ID, policy number is 5008, that is also duplicated, phone number as well as all these columns are duplicated. But when we had run this query for the customer ID, we had got duplicates 2 customer ID, right? See, we had 203 and 208, but for now we came to know 208 has a duplicate across all the columns. So let's see why this 203 customer ID is not considered as a duplicate. So for that, what we'll do is, we'll just tell, select star from insurance claim, that is a table name where customer ID in 203 and 208. So which gives details of only those customer IDs 203 and 208. So let us run this. So if you observe here, see customer ID is 203, 203, right? But the policy IDs are different here. If you observe, customer ID is same, but policy IDs are different and claim IDs as well are different. That's why it is not considered as a duplicate entry in the table. But in this case, where customer ID is 208, 208, policy ID is also a duplicate, phone number is also a duplicate, claim amount is also a duplicate. All the columns are duplicated with respect to customer ID 208. But this claim ID is different. Maybe that is wrongly entered in the database. That is why when it gives combination of all the columns are duplicate, it is considered as a duplicate entry and it should be removed from the table to maintain the data integrity. I hope you all understood how data duplicate check validation is done as part of data completeness check. Thank you.